Okay, so welcome back. This is where we ended last time, right? We had programmed all of this already, and we are still on the main interface. In this particular session, I would like to activate this result tab. So I'd like to have 3 buttons there. I want to have the diagrams of my results as the first here, the values, the table of values of my result, and then the notes, that is, it should be printed either in Word format, PDF format, okay, or why not even in best format. We will see that. So let's just do that. So I will put 3 buttons here, okay. So you see how the game is. Normally when I click on results, what happens, all of this will have to disappear and I'll have to see just the results push buttons that are supposed to be here. Normally the displays will still remain where they are, okay. And when I come back to modeling, all of these have to reappear. But for now we are still in the design phase, okay. So let me just put the push buttons that are supposed to be there, okay. So here I have 3 of them. I'll have beam, geometry, support. That's where my push buttons are supposed to be. So I'll just copy those, okay, so that they will be placed either on top or behind them. Where are they? Okay, element, text, element, text, geometry, and text support. That is what I'm interested in, okay. I'll copy all of that in order not to redo again the same, to recalculate all the, you understand, all the positions, okay. So where can I put that? So let's put it somewhere here after analysis, okay. Maybe we should already start. The code is already becoming too cumbersome, right? So here I will say, sorry, I'm not in C++ here. I will say result tab, okay. Where is that? And here I'll say modeling tab. Let's just write it like that, okay. So on the result, the very first item I said is diagram, so I'll say this is text diagram, all right. And here the string is no longer case, right? The string will simply be diagram. Let's put it diagrams, okay? So the diagrams will be diagrams of internal forces plus deflection, okay? So here I will have diagram also. Oh, hoity-toity there. Okay. Here I will have values. Let me just put values, okay. I don't want it to be too long. Oh, I'm going to confuse the string and the values. And here, come on, values. I'll put value here without S, okay. Here value. And what's the last we said? We said notes, right? So let's just say notes. That will give us a summary of everything that the user has entered till the end, either on PDF or Word format. We'll check that later. Notes. Here, note. Okay. So that's that. Let's try and launch this. So launching this, you see value diagram here, values here, and notes here, okay? So, but they are not supposed to appear under the modeling tab. They are all supposed to appear under what? Under the results tab, okay? So that's the next thing we have to program. I will give both the modeling tab and the result tab, okay, the same button down function. So you remember that for text, we don't use callbacks, okay? If you want to be able to click on a text for something to happen, the first thing you have to do is to set the enable property of that text to inactive, okay? And then you give it a button down function callback. That button down function callback is what will execute itself when you click on the text, okay? So for the particular text style, right, it is a whole different ball game. So here we are. This modeling is not supposed to be here, but rather somewhere here. Okay, so here let's call these ones the tabs themselves. Okay, so that's where the modeling is. So for text model, I said the very first thing we do is to set the enable property. We set the enable property to what? To inactive. Come on, to inactive. Okay, and then we give it what? A button down function. What? So in order not to make a line too long, let's go down again. A button down function let's call it tab. Okay, so I'll give both of them the same button down function, right? Let me not say right as if it's a convention. I'm just giving them the same button down function, full stop. Control C, Control V. I think that line is not that long, so we can go back. Okay. So that was my button down function, right? So to distinguish the text, because they have the same button down function, I'll need to separate them somehow. I'll need to know where exactly I've clicked on model. Let me check something. When exactly I've clicked on model, okay, and when exactly I've clicked on results, I need to know. So to distinguish them, I'll say to click on model, I'll give model the tag property, okay, of 1. I could even give it the user data property of 1, okay, just a property that distinguishes one from the other, that's all. And this one, I'll give it the tag property of 2. Okay, this is even in fact, let's use even the string property, okay. The string properties already distinguishes one from the other, right? So what is left here, what is left there is just to program the tab callback, okay. So for the callbacks, let me just put here callbacks. So I will have come on again, I need space, please, thank you. So I will have function, we said tab, okay, and we said for a callback you have 2 arguments in. You have the source and you have the event, which we don't need in this case, so we'll put it as tilde, right? Good. So the source here represents what? It represents the object whose callback you are calling, right? Whose callback you are executing, rather. Okay. So what happens? I'll need to know when I have clicked on modeling and when, and how do I do that? I will just switch, right, their string properties. That's what I will do, right? So should in case I've clicked on modeling, obviously the string property will be modeling, right? Because that is what is stored in the string property of our text modeling. And if I've clicked instead on result, then the string property will be results, right? So what I want to do, should in case I have clicked on modeling, I have to program it here. And what I have to do, should in case I've clicked on results, I have to program it here, right? Good. So the source here indicates the one I have clicked on. Here it indicates the one I've clicked on. I check the string property of the one I've clicked on. Okay, if it's some modeling that I've clicked, then this is where whatsoever I write in this case here is what will execute. And if it is on results that I've clicked, whatsoever I write in this case here is what will execute. But there is something that has to be done for all of them. Okay, I have to set both of them. Let me remember, it is text model, right? Text model and text result. Okay. I have to set text model and text result. text result, I have to set their background property. So remember that the one on which I click is the one that's supposed to be background color property. The one on which I click is the one that's supposed to be white, right? So what I'll do is that I'll set all of them magenta, and then the one on which I have clicked, okay, becomes the white one. So I'll say set source, right? Set source background color. We should set it to white. Okay. In fact, I don't even need to do it in this. Let me just do it outside, okay? Because source is the one on which I have clicked, no problem. Now, if I have clicked on modeling, what happens? Shall we have time to finish it in this video? Okay, let's just be fast, okay? What happens? If I have clicked on modeling again, it means all the push buttons that are under modeling, that is, and the text, obviously, that are under modeling, all of these will have to go visible, what? Visible off, right? And for visibility, so that I should not have to come up here again, let me just copy all of this, okay? We will cancel it back. I am under modeling. Pap. So I'll have to set what? I have to set the array of all these handles u, comma, u, comma, u, comma, u, comma, u. Oh, that's work, huh? Okay, so that's that, okay? So all of them are copied here. You see, this is the reason why I like creating variables in the form of arrays, so that I don't have to write all these variables like that in order to set a simple property. So here, I will say visible off. Okay, so we'll have to set all of that visible. Oh, what am I saying? We are under modeling, right? So under modeling, we'll have to set all of that words visible on. Okay, that is all that have to be visible on. While under results, the same things have to be visible off, right? And then for the others, the last three that we just modeled, where are they? Under the result tabs, you have these three, or rather there are 6 plus the text ones. Let me give some space. Okay, so you also have set, right? You have set text diagram, set text diagram, comma, pb that, okay, then text value, come on, we have gone past the average time for this particular video. I want to finish this, and then text note. Oh, where's pb note? Okay, no problem. We'll just put pb note, okay? pb note. And all of that again visible in this case what? Off, okay? Visible off. So we can remove all of these, not necessary. Visible off. And should, in case it is in result, what should happen? It should be visible. It should be visible on. So hopefully we've not made any mistake. Let's try and see what that gives. So when I click on results, you see what happens. I have just diagrams, values, notes. Come back to modeling. That is all what is there. results modeling. Okay, we'll continue from there in the next video. Thank you very much.